Have you ever watched the Netflix series Chilling Adventure of Sabrina? If you have, you will find that in the final season, there is a mention of Eldritch Horror. Have you ever wondered what this Eldritch terror is? If you have wondered, this video will tell you more about an Eldritch terror. American author H.P. Lovecraft introduced us to an Eldritch horror, a cosmic horror, or an unknown and incomprehensible horror. Since these are cosmic horrors, you will find things like humans being subjected to non-human influences, madness, and such things in Lovecraft's horror. So do you find these cosmic monsters intriguing enough? Then you will watch this video until the end, because we will talk about 8 Lovecraft horrors that will surely give you goosebumps. So let's start. Before we go into our explanation, we have a very small request. If you like our content, please support us by subscribing to our channel. This is a small click for you, but for us, it means a lot. Thank you. Let's begin. Shoggoth. The Shoggoth is a monstrous and amorphous entity from H.P. Lovecraft's universe that became one of the most widely shared elements within the Cthulhu mythos. The Elder Things initially created Shoggoths as subservient laborers. They are massive, gelatinous creatures capable of reshaping their forms to perform various tasks. Shoggoths are often depicted as black protoplasmic masses that can create temporary limbs and organs. This physical adaptability makes them powerful yet terrifying beings, resistant to damage, and nearly unstoppable in their rebellion against their creators. The origins of Shoggoths trace back to Lovecraft's novella At the Mountains of Madness, where the explorers uncover the remnants of an ancient alien civilization. The Elder Things, once powerful rulers of the earth, created Shoggoths to perform labor in their vast, undersea city. Although they were made to be mindless, they developed intelligence over time, leading to revolt against their masters, eventually becoming a self-sustaining, uncontrollable threat. What makes these creatures particularly horrifying isn't just their size, power, and formlessness. Unlike conventional monsters, Shoggoths have no defined structure or anatomy. They can shift, morph, and grow as needed, taking on new shapes and adapting to any situation. Their chilling cry of Tekelili, mentioned in Lovecraft's story, reminds them of their past enslavement, and this phrase seems to express the haunting echo of their former suppression. Shoggoth's rebellion against their creators, the Elder Thing, is a cautionary tale about the danger of creating a life without considering its consequences. It reflects that even creators are vulnerable to the lives and forces they unleash. Shoggoths are more than just physical threats. They represent unknown and uncontrollable aspects of existence, while embodying Lovecraft's vision of a universe where darker and more ancient forces reign supreme beyond human understanding. The Elder Thing. The Elder Things, known as the Old Ones and Elder Ones, are ancient extraterrestrial creatures central to H.P. Lovecraft's mythos. They are described as starfish-like beings with barrel-shaped bodies. They have wings for flight and multiple appendages, each lined with tentacle-like protrusions. They measure about 6 feet tall and are brilliant creatures responsible for creating various life forms, including the Shoggoths, to serve as laborers. However, the Shoggoths eventually rebelled and were the reason behind the decline of the Elder Thing. The Elder Thing's history dates back to their colonization of the Earth, long before human civilization emerged. They were believed to have originated billions of years ago and to be the first species to develop life on the planet and use their vast knowledge of biology and technology to shape ecosystems. However, even as the most powerful beings, they were not immune to downfall. In Lovecraft's At the Mountains of Madness, explorers discover the remnants of an ancient Elder Thing city in Antarctica, and murals depicting their rise and eventual decline. Carvings found in this lost city hint that the Elder Things also extensively understood cosmology and physics. However, despite their immense intellect and technological prowess, the Elder Things could not maintain their dominance, making them both a fascinating and tragic element in the Cthulhu mythos. Their downfall, intertwined with the creation of the Shoggoths, reflects that overreaching ambitions can lead to unpredictable consequences. Although their once affluent civilization was ruined, their legacy remains a mystery, warning and encapsulating Lovecraft's eerie and unsettling universe. Great Race of Yith. The Great Race of Yith, also known as Yithians, are highly advanced and intelligent extraterrestrial creatures from H.P. Lovecraft's Cthulhu mythos. They are known for the unique ability to protect their consciousness across time and space. The Yithians escaped their dying world and migrated to Earth by transferring their minds into the bodies of another race that inhabited Earth millions of years ago. Yithians' primary goal is to accumulate knowledge, studying the history and future of various civilizations by temporarily taking over the minds of other beings. Yithians are described as towering, conical creatures with 4 appendages, including claws, sensory organs, and trumpet-like structures for communication. Their blood is dark green and very thick. Despite their terrifying appearance, their advanced mastery over time makes them a formidable and mysterious force in the universe. The most interesting fact about the Yithians is their ability to control over time, allowing them to foresee the rise and fall of various species, including humans. This ability is explored in Lovecraft's story, The Shadow Out of Time, when a Yithian consciousness temporarily temporarily takes over a human professor. This ability of the Yithians allowed them to preserve their species by escaping any apocalyptic events. Yithians' power of taking over others also helped them escape their downfall. Cthulhu. Cthulhu is one of H.P. Lovecraft's most iconic cosmic entities, first introduced in his 1928 short story, The Call of Cthulhu. Cthulhu is depicted as a colossal, godlike being with an octopus-like head, dragon-like wings, and a massive body. It resides in the underwater city of Erlier, beneath the Pacific Ocean, lying dormant until the stars align, and it awakens to bring chaos. Cthulhu is closely connected to the Great Old Ones, a race of ancient and powerful cosmic deities. Even though Cthulhu remains in slumber, its influence is felt through dreams and madness that affect individuals. These disturbing dreams, eventually driving people into insanity, often warn of Cthulhu's eventual rise and the destruction it brings. The cult of Cthulhu is a secretive group that worships Cthulhu. They believe their god will return to dominance and perform rituals to hasten its awakening. Some sources suggest that Cthulhu inspired the biblical Leviathan. Cthulhu is worshipped widely by both human and non-human creatures, including primitive islanders, intellectuals who study forbidden lore, and creatures that line the deep ones. Although Cthulhu remains dormant, it is one of the most enduring figures in horror fiction. Cthulhu has also appeared in other media, including Doctor Who, Ghostbusters, Marvel Comics, The Simpsons, and many more. Azathoth, also known as the Nuclear Chaos, the Blind Idiot God, Daemon Sultan, the Deep Dark, or the Cold One, is a central figure in H.P. Lovecraft's Cthulhu mythos. It is described as the embodiment of chaos and the ultimate cosmic force at the center of the universe, mindlessly governing creation. Unlike other deities in Lovecraft's pantheon, Azathoth is an unconscious, formless mass, endlessly spinning in madness, and surrounded by demonic flute players who can play lullaby and out it into eternal slumber. There is no definitive physical description of Azathoth because everyone envisions him differently, and he is constantly changing forms. Azathoth is seen as a representation of the blind, purposeless forces that control reality. In one instance, he can be seen as a 20-foot idol representing the god of Azathoth. Later, it can be seen as something that oozes into the corridor in the form of a pale gray shape, expanding and crinkling. Although Azathoth is rarely a direct antagonist in Lovecraft stories, its role as the creator of the cosmos and its influence over the world makes it one of the most terrifying and enigmatic entities in the mythos. It is said that many mortals cannot even stand the sight of Azathoth, which is just a glimpse of this horrific creature that results in utter and complete destruction to the beholder. Azathoth itself is genderless and reproduces asexually by fission, giving birth to gods like Kazaxaklu. Azathoth has appeared in the Doctor Who franchise as an avatar of the Great Old Ones. Shub-Niggurath, often called the Black Goat of the Woods with 1,000 young, is one of the most enigmatic and grotesque deities in H.P. Lovecraft's Cthulhu mythos. Though rarely described in detail, Shub-Niggurath is frequently associated with fertility and creation, yet her nature is dark and chaotic. She is also one of the most extensively worshipped deities in the mythos. She is depicted as a mass of tentacles and appendages, spawning countless monstrous offspring. Cults in remote regions worship her and symbolize the primal, untamed aspects of life, fertility, and cosmic horror. Even though she is the creator of many lives, her offspring often come in grotesque and unnatural forms. Shub-Niggurath is the wife of the not-to-be-named one, and together they have birthed the twins, Nug and Yeb. Shub-Niggurath's milk is said to have many properties, mutating those who drink it into fierce creatures. Shub-Niggurath is often seen in rituals performed by cultists, though her proper form is never fully seen or comprehended, and this ambiguity further adds to her terrifying presence. Shub-Niggurath's current residence remains a mystery, although a popular hypothesis suggests that she resides beneath the planet of Yadith with the Dole servitors. There are theories that she came to Earth from Yadith in prehistoric times, but was sent back to the planet by the Elder Gods. Shub-Niggurath could also reside entirely in another dimension. Shub-Niggurath has also appeared in many adaptations and stories by other authors in the mythos. She has appeared in Doctor Who and the Elder Sister-like One. Nyarlathotep is one of the most complex entities in H.P. Lovecraft's Cthulhu mythos, often called the Crawling Chaos. He is the spawn of Azathoth and acts as the outer god's soul and messenger. Unlike other deities in Lovecraft's universe, Nyarlathotep is vicious and directly interacts with humans. He walks on the earth disguised as a human being who is tall, slim, and a joyous man. He is a shapeshifter, capable of taking on various forms, and delights in driving insanity and chaos wherever he goes. Unlike the other Great Old Ones, who were indifferent or unaware of humanity, humanity. Nyarlathotep enjoyed manipulating, deceiving, and causing destruction. As a human being, Nyarlathotep uses his intelligence and charisma to gain followers. He does not rely on cults or isolated worshippers, like other gods, but actively engages with humanity, spreading disorder. Due to his activities throughout Earth's history, he has been worshipped in countless cultures, including humankind, Migo, Elder Things, and Serpent People. His ability to take on numerous forms gives him a deceptive edge, making him one of the mythos' most dangerous and unpredictable beings. Nyarlathotep serves the outer gods, acting as their messenger and herald. His role is to facilitate their dark influence over the universe, often preparing the world for the return of entities like Aatho or Cthulhu. He is a master manipulator, blending charm with sinister intent, making his interactions with humans terrifying. Nyarlathotep first speared on Earth in the era of first pharaohs, and continued to exist among them. Nyarlathotep has also appeared in other media, like Doctor Who, where he is identified as one of the great old ones. He also appeared in Lovely Lovecraft, where he carries many masks, but usually appears as a tall human with handsome features. Uboa, our next Lovecraftian horror, is often hailed as the unforgotten beginning, particularly by August Derleth. This Eldritch Horror, intricately linked to the Cthulhu mythos by Clark Ashton, is described as a monstrous entity residing in the Earth's core. It serves as the guardian of ancient tablets and the preserver of the primal god's knowledge, and is believed to be the source of all life on our planet. If you're a fan of the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game, Uboa is an ancient creature collectively known as the Outer Gods. In Lynn Carter's work, Uboa has a twin sibling, Azathoth, and a few kids, Zushikon, Nyarlathotep, Ab, Yig, Baiatis, Atlachnacha, and Han. Now, what is Uboa? It is a protoplasm. It is a protoplasma mass deep in the cave beneath the frozen Earth that can generate primordial single-celled organisms and absorb all living beings on Earth. They dwell in Yaga and Mount Vormithidreth. It can spawn the prototypes of all forms of life found on this planet. Many people believe it has spawned Abath, another one of its residents, because its nature and form are similar, but many writers, both Abath and Uboa, are the same thing with different names. A significant power or responsibility of this Uboa is safeguarding the Elder God's knowledge. Many sorcerers have tried to acquire those tablets that Uboa guards, but have not succeeded in this scheme yet. Marvelous verdict. Now, with that note, we come to the end of this video. Did you feel those goosebumps we talked about? We bet you did. After all, a cosmic horror is way more dangerous than a horror you find on the earthly sphere. Or we can say those horrors that are not part of your known world. What do you say? Tell us in the comment section while we sign off today with a promise that the upcoming video will be more chilling and thrilling than this one. Until then, goodbye. And if you liked our content, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to us if you haven't already. Have a good one and be safe. Thanks, everyone.